Good morning, friends. Anne here, got my cup of coffee, got the Word of God, and today's reading is from Matthew chapter 5, verse 5, and it simply says this: Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Friends, this week we are going to be focusing on meekness and what that means to be meek in our lives, and how in the world meek people can be blessed and then inherit the earth. But as we start off this week, what I want us to think about is, what is the definition of meekness? Most of the time, we assume that meekness is weakness. Maybe because it rhymes, maybe because we just have this misunderstanding of what it actually means to be meek. But meek is very different than weakness. As a matter of fact, it's almost just the opposite. Meek is as strong as you can be. And the way that we are going to define meekness is that it is power submitted to God and under control. That's how we're going to define meekness. It means that that person who is meek is choosing to contain their power, to refrain from any kind of aggression or offensive move or defensive move. That meekness is actually power that you have that is surrendered to God, which is saying, God, I have this power. I have the power to hurt someone else. I have the power to prove myself right. I have the power to justify myself in the midst of all of these accusations. But I am going to surrender that power to you and allow you to guide my steps. So it is power surrendered to God and under control. Friends, there are a lot of oppressors in this world that do not have their power under control. As a matter of fact, they think that they will inherit the earth by dominating the earth, by oppressing other people, by making themselves better than and more than and greater than other people. And yet what Jesus is saying here is just the opposite. Actually, that aggression leads you nowhere, and meekness is what helps you inherit the earth. So as we continue our study of meekness this week, I want you to remember that meekness is power surrendered to God and under control. Let's talk about it the rest of the week. Have a good week.